So what was your biggest takeaway from Gary Vee's new book?
Chapter 17.
Chapter 17?
Self-awareness. I think from following Gary since 2008, every piece of content that he's done, and interviewing him 6 times, which is probably the most in the UK, if not one of the guys who's interviewed him the most in the world, right? The self-awareness, the commitment, he's talked about self-awareness before, but to commit a chapter to it and to make it so much a big part of his current talks and the current content that he's putting out is, in my opinion, the biggest thing since the 2008 Web 2.0 talk, where he says, hustle is the most important word ever, and stop watching Lost. Self-awareness is the biggest thing since then. And I think it sits there as a trophy frame of mind alongside hustle. Because as I said to him on stage, I feel like hustle's not the word it used to be. Everybody, like with entrepreneurship, can wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm a hustler. And you look at their day and you look at what they're doing and you look at their attitude and you break it all down, you reverse engineer it and you go, you're not. You're just saying it because it sounds cool. But you're not, because you go home and you watch Netflix for 4 hours every night. I watched Netflix for the first time this weekend because I was sick. Otherwise, I just pay £6 a month for it for no reason, and every other subscription is the same. People claim to be a lot of stuff, and here's the difference, and here's why, I told him this, here's why self-awareness is the biggest thing that Gary's talked about. Because with hustling, when you hustle, you believe in yourself and your ability so much, and you'll plug in everything to make that possible. So when I was hustling in 2008, 2009, I was part of a DJ duo. We were doing our own parties. I had a clothing line. I had a non-profit that I'd helped co-found, where we went to Africa and helped a bunch of orphans do dancing classes, and eventually they went on to dance for the president or the prime minister. All true. That was my hustle mentality. It allows you to take on a lot of stuff, or it encourages you to take on a lot of stuff depending on how you interpret it. What I like about self-awareness is it's the opposite. It's narrowing. It's saying, actually, what am I good at? Actually, what do I enjoy? I am not the best person to run a non-profit. I am not the best person to put together a clothing line. I'm glad that I've experimented with it. It was a nice dating period in terms of entrepreneurship, but it's not a marriage for me. And the thing about self-awareness is knowing what it is that you're good at, what it is that you're not good at, and what gets you the highest yield for your time in terms of financial yield and in terms of happiness for your spirit, for your soul. And that's why I like self-awareness and what he talks about it. And I would encourage everybody to, as a DJ would say, rewind that chapter and play it as soon as it's done on the audiobook or reread it on this. It's really, really important. And I think it's going to flush out some of the hustle talk, not from him, but from the people that are claiming it. Because I think a lot of people, I hope the word is used less and is used more correctly when people spend a bit of time doing that self-awareness. With hustle, you can self-qualify whatever you want, but with self-awareness, you need to go inwards. And when you go inwards and you get that honesty about yourself, that's when self-awareness becomes really, really crucial. That's my favorite chapter from the book. It's 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 my